The Butterfly Mandolin recall period has begun, and we can go through a step-by-step process on how to recall the 5 Butterfly Mandolins that I've got here. So there's 2 methods, like I mentioned in my previous video. The first one is the 1 charm at a time method, where you just put in 1 charm at a time, either lessers or greaters, depending on how lazy you're feeling, and you try to hit a good or a great. One thing you want to make sure that hitting a great won't max out the artifact. Since we can only fit 2 greater charms in there, I want to switch to a lesser here, and I need a bit more artifact EXP, so I'll be right back. So I've got the RDEXP now, and we can still fit in 3 charms, which means that if we hit a great with 1 charm, we'll still have room left, which happens here, and we still have a bit of room left, so it's a good thing that we made sure. Now we can put in an epic charm, and we can see if we hit a good or a great. And we did hit a great, so that's 1 free epic artifact charm right there. The benefit to doing it 1 at a time is that because you're doing more attempts, you'll hit more good or greats overall. They'll just be lower value. So it's lower variance, but also lower value. You can do whichever one you prefer. Now we can back out and we can recall it. And we can see that we get 3 epic charms and 2 lesser charms, which is a lot because we hit the great at the end there. We've got the recalled artifact here now, and it is no longer recall eligible, so you can just unlock it, go to the next artifact, and you can limit break it. One important thing is you want to make sure that you limit break it first, especially if you're doing the all charms at one time method, because you can see here 11 plus 4 is only 15, so you can't actually go past the cap until you limit break it first. So we're going to limit break it, and now we can shove in all of our charms and just instantly hit 18. So we want to make sure that we put in as much EXP as possible. So we're going to put in as many charms as we can, and then an epic charm at the end. And we didn't hit a good or a great there. And since you only have 1 chance, you're probably not going to get the good or the great, but you'll still have the EXP from the flat bonuses. And we can see on this recall, even though we went to plus 18 instead of plus 15, we actually got less EXP than we did on the previous one. Same as before, we're going to take the recalled copy, unlock it, but we also have 1 extra because we limit broke it. Then we're going to take those 2 and limit break this one, and now we're going to shove in as much artifact EXP as we can. So this is about 3 epic artifact charms, and we do manage to hit a good. So we're going to have pretty good returns when we recall it, and you can see it's almost 5 epic artifact charms, so that's the benefit to doing it all at once. When you do actually hit the good or great, it's pretty big returns. Just like before, we're going to unlock, and now we're going to take our 3 copies and fuse them into the next one. And now we're going to shove in as much EXP as we can. And we didn't hit a good or a great, so when we recall it now, it's going to be less than the previous one again, even though it's 1 limit break higher because we hit a good on the previous one. But this is still more EXP than we put in because of the flat bonuses from pets and reputation missions. Now the last copy of Butterfly Mandolin that we have. Put the 4 limit breaks in. And then we put in as much EXP as we can at once. So it's just going to be 5 epic artifact charms. And we didn't manage to hit, but we're still going to get a bit of extra EXP back on the recall, about 2 greater charms worth, since we needed the 1 lesser charm of initial EXP. So that is the quick step-by-step guide on how to do the artifact recall. Only 5 Butterfly Mandolins, starting with 0 limit breaks. And I still managed to get about 5 epic artifact charms bonus there, so it's definitely good value. Anybody who has more Butterfly Mandolins is going to be getting way more back, and also make sure that if you have RNL, you should recall that as well, because RNL will still give you the bonus EXP that you got from any goods or greats that you hit when you were enhancing it the first time, as well as any flat EXP bonuses that you have from reputation missions or pets as well. And hopefully you guys managed to get a good, healthy amount of artifact EXP from this.